Welcome back, everyone, for some more Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. And we are going to go ahead and start day 2 of the trial in the case of Waki Kataki. Last time around, we found out some really interesting things. In particular, we saw a footprint, well, a big toe print on both a pair of sandals and a pair of slippers that both belonged to Alita Tiala. And she was also the nurse that was at the Miraculous Clinic whenever Waki Kataki had his operation. But before I continue on, I hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys are doing well. And I really hope that my audio, at least my commentary, doesn't sound too off, because for whatever reason, OBS is not agreeing with my microphone at the moment. So I kind of had to turn up the volume on my mic, that way you can hear me as well as the game. So that'll be like that for this episode and the next. So hopefully it won't be too much of an issue, but without further ado, we are going to go ahead and start day 2 of the trial. June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh, what time do you wake up? 3 a.m. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Whose look are you, kid? Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Ray! I was going on my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Daddy, do you know what Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope, guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy the father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Ray, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiancé. She's gonna be a witness? But this seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. Hey there, Casey. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. Yeah, I'm really hoping my audio doesn't sound too bad. June 17th, 10 a.m., District Court Courtroom Number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kataki. Normally you see everybody out, they have a zoom out of the courtroom. That kind of took me there for a second. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap. While yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party, guilty of panty snatching, we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in perfect time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Air Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. A poor defendant told all, you see, to his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancé, Air Judge. His partner for life, with no chance for parole. Very well, you may show the lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fraulein. Alita Tiala, my occupation is future wife. Ah, traditional values, I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness to the prosecution? To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty, another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kataki, confessed his plans? His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Witness testimony. Waki's plan. It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Miraculous had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. So, the pistol did belong to the Kataki family then? Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kataki mansion on charges of possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them called rifling marks. Rifling marks? Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. Yeah, we heard this on the first Phoenix Wright game. And when did you first hear about Waukie's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and save. Like I normally do, I save before every cross-examination. Cross-examination, Waukie's plan. The day the family health checkup came back. When he found out he had lied, he flew into a rage. Said he'll teach him. And we already know what happened. She don't see how anyone else could have done it.
Hold it!
How can you say that for certain? How? Ah!
Objection!
Air forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was the defendant, Waukie, was it, who took the pistol on his own. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used the pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defendants have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? No, there was another. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who the other person with access was. Well, it happens to be a person that's on the stand right now.
Take that!
Well, of course, I mean you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court you heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Objection!
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this? It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance if it's supporting a partner in life, to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder. I'd hope you do more than hesitate. Yeah, no kidding. Like, what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness and Miss Tiala and the victim. Well, what better piece of evidence than Waukie's chart? That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Miraculous Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Oh, one little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiala, you testified you had no connection to the victim. And I don't, now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right? Well, that's not true at all. Well, I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all. There's no connection now, doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Miraculous Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Miraculous Clinic. Well, let's see if I can find him. What about these? These sandals were found in the Miraculous Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Ah! Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. But what's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you're unaware that toes leave toe prints? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now that we see your true colors, I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's no point in denying it. Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Miraculous Clinic that day? Witness testimony. The Miraculous Clinic. I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. Wait. By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation? He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? That does make sense. Yes, but there's still one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home, too. So, why were the sandals left behind? Ah, he pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there, which you wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Ya forehead? Oh, what the? No fair! He's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. And before that... Okay, Miraculous Clinic. She did go to the clinic that day, first time in half a year since she quit. She went to warn him, and she knew that Walkie had a pistol. Doctor was a timid man. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. Well, let's go ahead and present the chart once again.
Objection!
This shirt was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes? Why would this one shirt be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Miraculous didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Better, Doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Walkie's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Miraculous. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Oh, here we go. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Eh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Choosy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony, but we don't know what a nervous habit is. Well, then what do we do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo. With your eyes and your senses. Then it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Okay, why would... Okay, let's hear again. Oh. I was too slow. Okay, let's hear it again. Okay.
Gotcha!
Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old child now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. But what? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The church wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat. Hey there, Dawn. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Eh? Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The church became a threat to you now because of this. Well, let's see if I can find it. Okay, Walkie's checkup report. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was the first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Eh? Oh, nothing. Why should I think of anything? Oh? I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You know what Walkie's chest x-ray would reveal. Ugh. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free, when the church came back to haunt you. Well, that's a reaction. That's all, Your Honor. Well, what just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save. That was pretty cool. I'm kind of liking this whole perceiving thing. It brings a new element to these games. So, the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the miraculous clinic, but her connection was deep indeed, a bit too deep. If the Katakis got a hold of this church with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Order! Order! I did it! I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo. I didn't sense it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait! Miss Tiala? It's true. That shirt was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Walkie and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us, this is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony, and we'll have a bit more cross-examination. I was so close. You're still close. Keep on it, Apollo. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. Oh, really? Well, how do you explain that? This.
Objection!
You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually. This bullet was found in the Miraculous Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe? I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kataki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, Air Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Oh, hey. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position? The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in the office on that day, and at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained a top-secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Miraculous in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. A witness, Alita Tiala. Order! 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 Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Wakikataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him, and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently the Katakis have been inserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious, so she planned to marry him just to get her hands on his fortune? You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Huh? Me? Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean abuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too there in that park. Walkie. Just cool down a second. You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll... Miss Tiala? I'm sorry, it's been so long since I laughed so hard. Something funny? Walkie, wake up and smell reality. Alita, baby? The signature on the chart, the engagement? I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita, your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean, anyway. So, the family fortune is what you're really after. That's right, I wanted the money. No way, that's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me? Accuse? Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it and saved after I'd already left the clinic. What? I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but... What are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken Walkie's. You think he'd have mentioned that? No? All I've heard him say is it was me. I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. Wait, what point? Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh. You see, that chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. Ah! He's right. Miss Tiala. Yes? It is clear at this court that you are not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth? And I think with that, we are going to go ahead and save here. And then the next time I see you guys, we will be finishing off this trial. And hopefully being able to get a not guilty verdict for Walkie Kataki. So hope you guys looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.